And this is why our entertainment is the way it is. You have Kotaku, a game journalism magazine, which is highly influential. A lot of game developers take seriously what Kotaku has to write. And they're talking about politics. They're talking about the trial in the United States, which has absolutely nothing to do with video games, except for the fact that the prosecutor accused the defendant of playing Call of Duty. Unironically, anyone who actually watched the trial, you would see the prosecutor say, hey, is it not like when you play Call of Duty, you have to attack the people that are coming at you? I'm really surprised that he didn't look at the jury and said, you should know that according to Call of Duty rules, had he killed 3 more people, he could have called in an airstrike. Unbelievable, right? And of course, Kotaku isn't saying anything about this. But I do want to point out something fascinating. You know, ever since progressives tried to inject politics into entertainment, actual politics have become more entertaining than anything we have before. I mean, I made an idea for a Batman comic on this channel. I believe it's not the previous, but the video before the previous. And a lot of people loved it. A lot of people were like, wow, that is such great writing, V. That is so excellent. And it's because it's inspired from real events. Like, the actual politics is more interesting than entertainment. Another example would be Call of Duty Vanguard, which even Kotaku agrees. The actual Battle of Stalingrad, the actual history of it, is far more interesting and far more entertaining than the garbage Activision put out. It's kind of sad when real life is more interesting than fiction. In fiction, you can just do whatever you want, and now we have even better graphics, we have even better options to make sound, we got better internet connection for people to play with each other, but no, like, actual real life is more entertaining than fiction, and it's concerning. It's since they started injecting politics into fiction that it became like this. So, look at this, right? They're talking at, how they feel weird to talk about video games because of politics. As if they're in a city like Baghdad or, you know, some place that is trapped into a civil war. Or it is just bizarre how these people are thinking. And these are the people that have a lot of respect in the video gaming industry. They can't write about video games. They need to write for politics. Get a job at CNN, you twat! Can you imagine if a doctor would do that? It's like, it's hard for me to see patients given what's happening in my country. Shut the fuck up and do your job when you're on the payroll. When you're free, when you're out of your job, do whatever. But anyway, why am I even bothering? So, I want to show you that they even can't talk about politics correctly. This is why I even made the articles. Okay, Kyle Rittenhouse, who traveled across state lines. Ooh, he traveled across state lines. Ooh! He crossed the state line, the crosser. Now, here's why I'm making this article, and why I think it's very important that, especially if you think the jury was wrong on the Rittenhouse case, that you should at least know what the mainstream media is doing. Kotaku claims that the reason people were protesting in Kenosha is because a man by the name of Jacob Blake was shot and killed by the cops. Now, I got some news for Kotaku, and I'm pretty sure Ian Walker, the writer, is going to be happy. He's going to be cheering because Jacob Blake is alive. He lives. He's alive. He did not die. He's not dead. You can pick up the phone and talk to him. You can donate him money if you care that much about his situation. Now, I just want to point out that Kotaku issued a correction about this. So let's get this straight. Kotaku isn't the only mainstream media that pushed this lie. They lied about a person getting killed when they weren't. And people were on the street rioting and burning down businesses. Just so we're clear, the mainstream media is allowed to push harmful misinformation which leads to people getting hurt, and then they can get away with it. And now even gaming publications are doing the whole shit. They live in an alternative reality. They don't care about the facts anymore. And if you actually look at what happened, apparently he was trying to kidnap a child, so the girlfriend, the mother of the kid, called the cops. and then he attacked the cops. But he's alive. That's the story, alright? And they're not presenting to you the actual story. They have to lie to the point where a gaming publication is pushing the same harmful misinformation. That's how I understand it. It's a harmful misinformation, and PolitiFact isn't fact-checking them. But I guess, they issued a correction, so that's fine. Yes, just brilliant. My God, can you imagine if I did this on my channel, or if any other independent content creator or YouTuber would do this? You put out misinformation that actually leads to people going on the street? Holy shit. I don't know how these people can live with themselves, honestly. I mean, they realize that what they're putting out is causing problems in the world. None of them are blaming the mayor, by the way, who should have had the police and the fire department there so that none of this would have happened. The National Guard should be there if you don't have the police. It's not okay for people to burn businesses, alright? Normal countries do not have this thing. You cannot have a prosperous community if people burn down stuff. Wealth is directly tied to the prosperity of a person's life as well as their lifespan. The wealthier a person, the more years they get to live. So when you burn down businesses where people work for a living, you actually affect their quality of life as well as their lifespan. And the businesses who got burned were diverse, just so we're clear. You had businesses burning down from Asians, businesses burning down from black people, businesses burning down from every member of the community. But they don't care, right? They don't mention this. No, they don't blame the mayor. They don't blame the governors. They don't blame the politicians. Who do they blame? Well, I guess they wanted to politicize the trial of a kid. Congratulations, you politicized it. I hope you're happy. Now, can we please talk about video games? Because that's why I go on Kotaku. To find out about the next Call of Duty. And to find out if I'm allowed to play it. Because apparently to Binger, to the prosecutor, people who play Call of Duty are dangerous individuals. They might snap. How many people play Call of Duty? It's 100 million players or something like that. It's a worldwide phenomenon, huh? By the way, while on the subject of Call of Duty, do you know that the writer of Vanguard actually said in an interview that there are no famous characters from Call of Duty, there are no memorable names? And then you wonder why Call of Duty Vanguard has the story that it has. And it's as bad as it is. When the lead writer, well, not the leader, one of the writers says, well, throughout the series, we don't have any memorable characters. Okay, and of course Kotaku doesn't point it out. They don't care about video games at this point, honestly. I don't know if I'm surprising anyone with this discovery. But it is what it is. These to me look like people who are frustrated because they're game journalists and they wanted to work for CNN instead. And they view it as a downgrade. They're like, oh, well, I couldn't land a job at MSLSD, so I landed at Kotaku. Oh, look at how horrible my career is. I wish I could have been with the big boys talking about journalism. I wish I was journalisming right now so I can get people on the streets like MSNBC. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.